Hello and welcome to RC Custom Creations. In tonight's video, I'm going to try to do a quick demonstration on how to properly crimp on JST 2.0 style plugs. These plugs are fairly common in the RC world for accessories like your lighting. A lot of times, people will order up a lighting control kit similar to this one, and depending on how you install it and what you're installing in, sometimes the leads that they provide for the lights or the accessories, whatever it is, just aren't long enough. In my case, I've installed it in a long wheel based RC, and my brain box is installed in the back of the truck. So all my wiring that's provided with my lighting kit is too short to go up front. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to do a custom install. Yeah, sure, you can hack the supplied lights that they give you, the wires. You can hack them in half and then splice in a section of wire, but that's not the way I like to do things. I like to do a cleaner install. So what you will need is you will need a set of your JST 2.0 plugs. In this case, we will call the side with the little tabs, the two tabs, we'll call that the top, and where the side with the nipple or the track, that's going to be the bottom. And then, of course, you're going to need your JST 2.0 style terminals that go on your wires and then get shoved inside the terminal plug. In my case, 26 AWG wire works the best. You can cram 24 AWG wire into these, but it's a hit and miss in regards to whether the crimpers work proper in crimping the terminal onto the wire. You will, in my case, I used a set of Amazon purchased Zahushin JST anvil crimpers. Tonight we're going to use the 1.6 size. As you can see, there's a variety of different sizes. 1.9, you're getting into servo leads, and 2.2, you're getting into a bigger, larger servo lead. 22, 24, 22 AWG wires for those ends. You will also want a set of side cutters, flush cutters in my case, and then of course you're going to want, some wire. I order bulk spools of it in the 26 AWG, and it lasts forever. So how do you install these? What you're going to do is, well, first let's get into the proper way of inserting the terminal itself into the plug. There's a right way and a wrong way. Try to get this oriented. As you can see on the top side, you'll see a little tab that shoots up on an angle. And that's going to go into the top side, and the spring-loaded portion of the plug on the top side is what captures the terminal, and that tab locks it into place. A lot of times you'll get your terminals in sections like this, or you'll get them in spools. And what I like to do is I'll cut them up into sections of 2, so I can just grab a section and go. And this way, it helps declutter my table. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your flush cutter and you're going to cut a terminal off the tree. And to do that, you just take your flush cutter and you butt it up with the end of the large wings on the terminal itself. I'm going to cut 2 of them. And then in the end, you're going to have something that looks similar to like that, and that is scrap. Your terminal will now look, try to get this in a set of pliers, or tweezers rather. You'll end up with a terminal that looks like that. As you can see, right there is your first set of wings. That crimps around your insulation of the wire. And in the middle, you'll have a second set of wings. That crimps around the exposed wire of your accessory that you're wiring up. Moving forward, you're going to want to take a section of wire. In my case, I'm using 2 conductor. And you're going to want to split it about an inch, inch and a half maybe. And then you want to take some wire strippers and strip off, maybe 3 millimeters of insulation. So you have about that much. And then of course you want to twist it so it keeps all the strands together, and set that aside. So how you load the terminal itself into your crimper is you're going to take your terminal with the large wings not getting pinched by your fingers, and you're going to load them into your crimper pliers so that they're flush with the face of your crimpers. And then you're going to keep hitting my camera, my goodness. And then you're going to want to what I like to do is I like to do all my negative, start with my negative, and then I do the positive. So take your wire with the negative, feeding it into the terminal itself so that the insulation butts up next, I know it's hard to see, to the second set of tabs, and just give it a gentle squeeze, not too hard, as you can break the wires. As you can see, there's a little bit of insulation that sticks proud of the first set of wings, but doesn't get into the second set of the wings. Taking the same size anvil, the 1.6 millimeter, you're going to move to the second set of the wings and give it a gentle squeeze as well, and double check everything over, make sure everything's all right, which they are, and you should have a terminal that now looks similar to that. Not sure how easy that is for you guys to see, but moving on. Going over to the positive side, you're going to do the same thing. You can take your terminal, you're going to have your wings up. In my case, with the Zahushan anvil crimpers, my wings are pointing up towards the numbers on the indicating what size anvils you're using. Give it a gentle squeeze. You should be able to let go if you want to reposition it. The terminal should not fall. And then taking your wire, feeding it into the anvil and into the terminal itself, giving it a squeeze. As you can see, once again, a little bit of the insulation is proud of the wings. Moving back to the towards the center section of the wings, giving that a gentle squeeze, and then there we go. We now have two terminals properly crimped onto the wires and ready to go into the terminal itself. Flipping it over, you're going to want the positive side, positive wire on the left, negative wire on the right, And then with the spring tabs facing up, you're going to gently feed both the wires. You can do one at a time if you want, but you can do both at the same time. You're going to gently feed those into the sockets. Sometimes it takes a flathead screwdriver to try to encourage these into the socket a little further. And there we go. Give it a little tug. It doesn't come out. Another way to test to make sure it's right is your prongs will be flush. Will be they won't be sticking up, which means that it's all locked in. There we have it. We now have a completed socket ready to be plugged into our controller, and ready to move on to the next one. Good to go. I hope you found this video useful. I hope, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you feel this video is worth sharing with your friends, then please do so. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will do my best to answer them. If my video wasn't clear enough, just let me know. I'll try to redo it, maybe with a better camera. And if you want to see some more of my content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'd like to try to grow it to 500 people there by the end of the year. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the future. Anyhow, thank you for your time. Bye for now.